Hello and welcome to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's not going to be the video that I had planned. I had planned a blue skies video talking about where to go and what to photograph during those beautiful sunny days that all landscape photographers hate. And I headed out to Dartmoor National Park, to Wistman's Woods, to get some photos. Unfortunately, as you can probably see by the clouds, Dartmoor weather is never the same as everywhere else. So it's gone from a beautiful sunny day from when I left to a very overcast and almost rain clouds. So I'm not saying it's not going to rain yet. So this video is going to be about photographing Dartmoor, Wistman's Woods from the outskirts, because you're not allowed in. It's a protected woodland. So yeah, with that being said, roll that epic B-roll.
Deep in the heart of Dartmoor National Park lies a place shrouded in legend and mystery, Wistman's Woods. These ancient gnarled trees are a photographer's dream, a tangled tapestry of emerald moss and lichen-draped branches. But there's a catch. The woods are protected and venturing off the designated path is strictly forbidden. So how do you capture the essence of this mystical place without stepping foot inside? That is the challenge I set for myself today. Join me on a little adventure to photograph Wistman's Woods. Why am I talking like that? Anyway, enjoy the B-roll.
Right, so we are at the wood. Now you can see there's a sign here that says don't go through. So we've basically got this edge here to work through all the way down. We can go all the way down there. There's a little bit of a wood over here, but this will be the most interesting compositions. It's going to be quite tricky to try and get something decent, especially now we've got no light at all. So completely flat light. I was hoping for some sun rays, but that's not going to happen. So let's see what we can do. Right, so the first thing I need to do is just take a breath, because my CO2 levels must be going through the roof, because I've just walked 1.5 miles with that backpack on and I'm getting bitten like crazy by little midgies. They're all over me. I'm guessing they can detect the amount of CO2 that's in my breath. So I need you to calm down a little bit, just like have a little breath, and then hopefully they'll leave me alone a little bit more. But I don't know if that's how it works, but so I've spotted a couple of compositions. So I want to go here, a nice big wide here, from the rocks, using the rocks as a leading line, and then this one here has got the moss hanging from it, so I want to use that in a composition somewhere. So I'm just going to try and set that up and wait for these things. I don't know if you can pick them up on camera. I'm going to wait for them to die down a bit, if that's how it works. I don't even know. God damn it, biting me like crazy. So I've bought two lenses with me today, the 100-400, which is a telephoto, and I think it'll be perfect for this sort of condition where you can't go in the woods and you need that little focal length just to get in there. And I've also bought the 17-40 because I never go anywhere without it, because you never know what wide shots you're going to need. And in this case it's perfect, because what I want to capture here, obviously sunlight would have been great, but what I want to capture here is the trees on either side. So there's a width of trees here with the rocks underneath and all the moss. Is absolutely beautiful. So it looks almost something out of this world. So that's what I want to capture. I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure, because there is a bit of mood in the sky and a bit of atmosphere, whether I could capture some of that or whether I just crop off. I'm thinking a 16:9 crop for this, just because of the width. But I don't know whether that will allow me to get enough sky in to make it worth having the sky in, because you don't want a tiniest amount of sky in there, and also you don't want the sky dominating the frame either. So you want a kind of even balance, really. So sky in the top thirds of the image. So I'm just looking around for a composition that actually works, and maybe using a rock as a leading line, maybe using that as a foreground element, and maybe just trying without the rock as well, just going in front of it and seeing whether that works. But this is the area, because I've got this bushland here, bushland or whatever the word is. There's a bush over here basically. If I go back any further, it's going to capture all that in as well. So the only place I can really come is here to capture the full width in. Okay, so this is my composition. It was not actually my composition, I've moved it now, but I don't think this rock in the foreground really works. I think it's too distracting from seeing. The rock's too big, and I think it really does distract. I think they need to be the star of the show really, and I think that rock's not doing it any justice. So I'm going to move over the other side of the rock and see what that looks like. Right, so I think this is probably the best place compositionally because it's quite nice and open. So yeah, I think as you go up the top, there is composition opportunities up the top, I think, but you're shooting down because you have to stay on the path. You can't go into the wood itself. So I think from a low point here, you can come across the under the I'll get my words in a second. You can shoot across the top of the rocks, still get encompassing all the trees and the underside of the trees and all the moss and everything, and yeah, still get a nice image, I think, rather than when you come in from the top. I don't know if it would work or not. It might do, it might not, but yeah, we'll see. So just looking at this compositionally here, there's a few options here. These trees here, getting these stacked one after the other, shooting down through that little segue there. I don't know how well that comes out on the back of the camera where I'm pointing, whether it's in the right place. Usually I'm pointing in the one place and it's in a completely different place. There's a little segue of trees down there that might work as an image, and also there's a few here with the 100 to 700s, just getting a few of these close-up shots of the trees. I'll give that a go, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it handheld because the light's okay and the tripod's going to slow me down, so I'm going to get a few images because it's starting to look a bit yeah, not great, to be honest. There's big clouds coming over here, and the wind's picking up. Temperature's warming up a little bit, which doesn't normally mean anything good when the sun's behind big clouds. So I'm going to try and hurry up a bit now. I don't know if you can see how well it's started to pick up. Right, so I've got an image that I think works. I've got some rocks on the right, followed by the trees on the left, and I've got some branches coming over, and I think it works because there's just, it leads your eye down into the frame. There's some trees on the left of the image that go off into the distance, and I think that's going to be a good image if I can get the light. So I'm just waiting for that light to appear, and I'll pop the image up on the screen. If these things don't leave me alone, they haven't stopped biting me. So hopefully the image comes out okay, and I'll pop it up now. So I think I've killed the entire family of midges that was flying around me because they've all gone. There's none here now. So either that, or it's the fact that I'm breathing less CO2 out and attracting them, or it could be a change in air pressure. Thunder's on the way. Just had a big rumble of thunder, so it's my cue to pack up and head home because I've just come out in a t-shirt and it's yeah, it's not looking good out there. If I turn you around to the clouds, look, you can see it's pretty grim out there. So yeah, I'm going to pack up, but I'll put the footage up. I've walked around, taken a few handheld shots with the 17 to 40, and I also got a couple with the 100 to 400, just keeping on the outskirts of the woods. Hopefully the images come out okay, and I don't know how well that's picking that up, but that's thunder. I don't know how well the images will come out. I won't know that until I get back in post, as always, but I'll pop them up on the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. you.